All right, guys, welcome back. And this is going to be fun because it looks like the Bears had a little bit of fun at minicamp today, the last day of mandatory minicamp. So all the Bears were there in action. We'll get to what Ben Johnson said in just a minute. He pointed out 4 players, 2 on offense, 2 on defense, that have really shined. And I love to hear it because I'm going to show you guys. We'll get to that. I'm going to show you guys my big concerns on the defensive line. And he specifically mentioned Dom Rob today. So I'm really excited that he mentioned Dominique Robinson and that he's stepping up in minicamp. So that was good to hear. Also, we'll get to the other players here in a second. But Darnell Wright, is he the new Bears wide receiver 1? Is this happening? No, the Bears were having some fun out there. And I broke out the old ruler. I did the math equation. I figured out from his height of 6'6" from the picture. So this is rough. I had to put roughly 21 inches. His vert at the combine before he was drafted was 29 inches. Now there's a difference between standing there, preparing, breathe in, breathe out, jump, 29 inches. There's a difference between that and actually doing this in the middle of practice or a attempt. So let's jump right into the video footage and pull me off screen. Before we start the video credit, I'm going to give to Chicago Bears, Clay Harbor, Pat the designer, Nicholas Mariano, and Zach Pearson, just to be appropriate and give them credit where it's due. But here's the one everyone's talking about. Oh! Darnell Wright. This one's from Clay Harbor. No, this one's from Pat the designer. So one more time. 79 Steel Benedict. Oh! I love it. And then here's the same one from Clay Harbor. It's just a slightly different angle there.
Oh my goodness. Sign this.
Obviously, he loved it. Everybody else loved it. It's fun. It's exciting. So apparently this wasn't the theme of the entire practice. This was just how they started out, had a little bit of fun. And we know Ben Johnson from Detroit had experience playing, Dan Skipper out there in the flat, getting some of these big guys the ball. So getting the ball to these big guys is not out of the question. Obviously, you think about what you do before you do it. Thoughts become actions, actions become habits. So they're doing this in practice, and obviously they're considering doing this for the season. I love seeing this and seeing Darnell Wright do that. So this is Theo Benedict here. This is from the Bears website, this one, and from their social media. So there's Theo Benedict, Cole Kmet walking in front there, and then 67, Ricky Stromberg. It's our backup to backup center. There's 58, there's Darnell Wright. Next up will be Joshua Miles, new to the team. Good catches. All these guys are pretty athletic, obviously. Then you got Jordan McFadden, who he ran some goal line stuff. He ran fullback for the Chargers a couple times last year. And then you got rookie Ozzie Trapillo there. Good hands. Love to see it, man. He's a massive human being, isn't he? Isn't he big? Wow. 65 still gives me some trauma seeing that number. But Luke Newman, hopefully we'll turn that around. Luke Newman looking good out there. And then 60, Bill Murray. Love to see Bill Murray back out there again as well. So this one's also from the Bears account. Obviously, this is Devin Duvernay throwing a pass. DJ Moore right there by him as well. This is to Caleb Williams. So this is the quarterbacks taking receptions out there, running flats for receivers or routes as receivers. And obviously, they're having a little bit of fun there. Nice missile by Devin Duvernay, but good catch by Caleb Williams. All those guys obviously athletic. All of them having a fun time. All of them doing, it looks like highlights. Looks like highlights for sure. Here's from Nicholas Mariano on the one that Caleb Williams caught. Down. Excited. And then one more angle. This one's from Zach Pearson on Caleb Williams. So that's all fun, but here's the meat and potatoes. This is Ben Johnson. I want to point this out. I'm going to keep this short and condensed. I just want to bring you guys the fun and some of the things that popped out to me as we now have a break before the last OTA and then a month before we actually come back in for full camp. But here's Ben Johnson when they asked him who impressed. I love this coach. I love that he freaking is willing to actually point people out and give credit and be honest and real. So Ben Johnson specifically points out here Dominique Robinson, who we need another defensive end bad. So Dominique Robinson, and I'm going to get into this in a minute, the metrics behind Dominique Robinson's, because there were flashes last year, and I mentioned this, and I wish they would have played him more. If you guys watched me at the end of last year, I was saying that we're already out of the playoffs. Let's freaking play Dominique Robinson with some of these metrics. His win rate, his missed tackle percentage, everything looked really good. And I was like, he's developed. Let's get him there. So Dominique Robinson, the other one was Ruben Hippolyte. And then on offense, it was Joel Wilson, the tight end. He mentioned having several huge catches every day. And then also Kyle Manangai, who I've got some insider stuff I told you guys a week ago I would share with you. I will share it very soon. On the channel here, I'm going to do a couple videos this weekend as I've caught back up a little bit. But here's Ben Johnson when talking about those four. And I love this soundbite.
Yes. Thank you for giving me a moment there. I didn't want to throw around names for no reason. Yeah, so I'd say defensively, the two guys I would tell you are Dom Robinson. He even without the pads on, he's done a great job of consistently speed rush up the field or countering back to the inside. He's done a really nice job there. And then, of course, he's got some special teams value that he takes a lot of pride in as well. And then I thought the player we probably saw the most improvement from when he stepped in to now was Ruben Hippolyte. I thought he's done a nice job learning. He's swimming a little bit, but he's taken it seriously. And Coach Richard Smith's done a fantastic job with him over the course of the last few weeks. On offense, I'd probably single out Joel Wilson. You saw him today with a big catch. He's kind of had one or two of those almost every OTA. And then in the running back room, Kyle Manangai has really stepped up I appreciate the attention to detail and the pride he takes and how quickly he's picking things up as well. So that's four good names for you right there.
I mean, it just feels different, doesn't it, with him? So I'm not going to spoil too much, but this is from the video coming up. I've broken down the defensive line. I'm going to entitle it that I'm concerned with the Bears defensive line defensive line. And my exact premise was we need another guy to step up. They've talked about Daniel Harder being put in maybe as an outside linebacker, dropping back into coverage, being another linebacker for us. That would be big. But right now, Dominique Robinson is slotted as that fourth defensive end. He's got the size. He's good size, 255 plus pounds. He's developing. He's got more muscle, more lean muscle. You saw Jervon Dexter yesterday in the press conference. Dominique Robinson's appearance is the same. He has built his body up, and he's improved a little bit each year. Now, we only had 48 run snaps last year. I've got the key in the video I'll do, but here's the run snaps, run defense, stop percentage, average depth of tackle, missed tackle percentage. That average depth of tackle is scary, but the missed tackle is really good. No missed tackles, only 48 sample size. So it's rough. The pass defense, 14.7% win rate. That's absolutely phenomenal. So I hope he gets a little bit more. Even if he just got Austin Booker snaps this year, 275 total snaps, see what he can do and keep developing him. I like the idea of that. And I love that he's been standing out in camp a little bit. That makes me excited. So that's it for today. Here's where we are now. Mandatory minicamp. It is over with. Today was the last day of that. If you haven't listened to the press conference, it's fun. Even listen to Tyson Bagent. It's fun to those guys to listen to that. I don't have a lot to report off of that. Really, the actual footage that came out of camp today was the funnest for me. And then what Ben Johnson said. Then OTA offseason workouts next week. Then we have that break for a month. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We will have more. I'll be back. Don't you worry about that. I'll be back with more. I've got some this weekend coming for you. Until next time, appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't hit the like button, do that. If you haven't subscribed, do that as well. Until next time, Dub Bears and Bear Down.
Bear Down, sports making Chicago proud.